Good morning and welcome to the 7th edition of Wake Up Tacoma.
Today is Wednesday, September 7th. Attention students, were you a Media Center volunteer last year? Would you like to volunteer again this year? If you said yes, see Ms. Phelan in the Media Center to pick up your forms and sign up for a day and time. This announcement is only for students who volunteered last year and have already been trained. We will be hiring new volunteers at a later date. Keep listening for an upcoming announcement about new volunteers.
Attention all instrumentalists and singers. Do you wail on guitar? Do you rock out on drums? Do you thump that bass? Do you mash those piano keys? Can you sing runs like Beyonce? Then audition for the We Will Rock You Club. The We Will Rock You Club is an audition group of instrumentalists and singers who learn to play in bands and to perform for their friends, parents, and the Tacoma Park community. All instrumentalists are welcome to audition. This club will meet every Wednesday after school and will perform throughout the year. Auditions will be held on Tuesday, September 13th and Thursday, September 15th. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hey, you're that girl in my math class. Yeah, and you're Sarah. Okay, so don't we have like a math test today? Yeah. And aren't you like that nerd that always sits in the front? I prefer to be known as an intellectual troublemaker. Yeah, who wears turtlenecks. And you're a tryhard that takes notes as well, right? Yeah, I love notes. Except I don't take any in English or history, making me rebellious, you know. Sure. Okay, I need help. All I remember is that we're allowed to use notes for our math test. Yeah, except I don't need them since I prepared and I know all the material. Hey, really? So I can like borrow your notes since you don't need them? You see, my hoverboard will be like confiscated if I get another C, so would you help me out? Sure, but do you know how to take notes? 'Cause you really should know. Dude, notes are for nerds. Is that what you think of me? Really? Is that what everyone thinks of me? Some sort of a geek? That wasn't what I was. Does everyone just use me? Okay. How do I take notes? Well, the whole point of notes is to be short and precise. See, you want to make sure you just jot down some facts. It doesn't have to be exactly what the teacher is saying word for word. And it's really important to take notes because everyone eventually needs to when we grow up. Practicing taking notes helps you get better at it and is a very good skill to learn. Also, you can review your notes instead of begging people to reteach you the material, which saves a lot of time. Are you done? One last thing. The act of writing it down helps your brain remember it more, and taking notes helps you pay attention. Well, here are the notes. Thanks. Special announcement from Mr. Wilson.
Good morning, Tacoma Park. This is Mr. Wilson. I have a few things I'd like to talk about. First of all, I hope everyone got a lesson from that production. We should be taking notes. As a middle schooler, you should start to learn how to take notes both in class and when you watch video tutorials. So please try to do that because it's really important skill to learn, especially when you get to high school. You're going to want to know how to take notes, not start to take notes for the first time. Secondly, I've heard from some students that some of their classes don't really watch to Wake Up Tacoma, or at least have their classrooms get quiet and watch it. Please, teachers, if you could call for quiet. And what I do for the afternoon announcements is after I call for quiet, if someone's talking, I just say their name and they know, because I've told them that the first time is going to just be a warning. The second time I'm going to talk to them after class. Third time I call home. Fourth time it's a lunch detention. So your classes should obviously all be quiet and listening. These are important announcements that they all need to listen to. And then fourth brings me to the Mindfulness Minute, which we're going to start today. Mindfulness is a really important thing that we all need to kind of practice because it helps bring our mind kind of a little bit calmness, and we can focus more. My students begin every single class with some SSR, which is a very mindfulness activity, which kind of brings us all in a place where we can proceed in a calm way. So the Mindfulness Minute, what I suggest is when we do the Mindfulness Minute, you close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so, because that eliminates one of the senses, and you can kind of help clear your mind a little bit. And then if you can't do that, what I want you to do is just kind of look down and pick a spot on the floor or your desk, because what I don't like to see in my classes when we try this is students looking around the room, because then you make eye contact with someone else, and even if that person's trying to be mindful, they're going to be cutting off their mindfulness by you making eye contact. So we don't want that. If you're doing that, you're not being mindful. Either close your eyes or look down and just try to calm your mind, focus on your breath. It's a really important skill to try to do. It's called practicing mindfulness, because we're practicing. We're never going to get great at it. When you start, you might think, I'm not really feeling any different or feeling any benefit from it. The more you do, the more you'll be able to kind of try to calm your mind, and you will see benefits. So at the beginning, if you think it's not doing anything for you, just keep practicing it, because we will see benefits. So at the end of today's show, we're going to have a little video about what mindfulness is and why we do it. And then after that, we're going to be having our Mindfulness Minute. And again, teachers, if you could make sure your class is quiet and all participating in the Mindfulness Minute, that would be great. If you'd like to take the time to do a Mindfulness Minute after the video, after today's show, because we actually don't have an actual Mindfulness Minute, you can do that in your classes. That's up to you. So please make sure you take notes in class. Please make sure you are quiet during Wake Up Takoma. And please make sure everyone is participating in the Mindfulness Minute and trying to maybe practice some mindfulness at home, because that will help you in your practice. Back to you.
Thanks, Mr. Wilson, and we'll be sure to practice our Mindfulness Minutes.
I think I'm going to try to do some mindfulness on my own at home and try to get better at it too.
Yeah, maybe I'll try as well. I could definitely use some way to get some peaceful and calm feelings. That's it. Please remember to stay tuned for our Mindfulness Minute. This has been Simon.
But before we leave, this just in. Attention 8th graders. Attention 8th graders. You have 2 more opportunities this week to turn in your signed permission slips for our fabulous field trip to Annapolis on September 19th. The final collection day is next week. But why wait? Mr. Valera and Miss Winstor will be collecting signed permission slips tomorrow at Friday morning before school in the 8th grade hall. Make a note right now in your agenda book to bring in your signed permission slip so we can have 100% participation. You don't want to miss out. Thank you.
That's it. Please remember to stay tuned for our Mindfulness Minute. This has been Simon.
And Shreya with Up Takoma.
Have a great day.